What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. My name is MFozzii. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I hope you've all had a good week. We didn't get any midweek videos out, so I apologize for that, but we were slammed with uni work and just work in general. That's how it is in final year. But we have a new custom tactics video, keeping up the Monday uploads, and it's looking at the 4-2-3-1, but not the normal 4-2-3-1. We're going to be looking at the second variant, which is the wide variant. Something that last year didn't really work, but we've had changes this year, and I'm going to explain why this formation is actually usable in the current state of the game and the current meta. Just before we jump into the tactics, if you guys do enjoy the video, please leave a big thumbs up for it on it. Helps me out, lets me know you're enjoying the content, and just gives me that little push to keep pushing it out for you guys. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. We're slowly racking up subscribers. Help me on this content journey, and that's us. We'll rock into the video now, and I just want to highlight a couple of players first before we dive into the tactics. Firstly is the David card. He came out, I was highly anticipating him. I'm a Leo fan, I love Leo. I knew he was going to have 3-star skill and was expected the 5-star weak foot. This man just bangs goals in for fun. I used him at bottom. I had been using Yaziki. Hit that stage in champs, I couldn't use him. 13 games, 19 goals, 8 assists, playing as the striker role in the 4-2-3-1 wide. I managed to pack Nay on Saturday morning. This Musa Dembele card has been cracked. He's still available, I'm pretty sure. This video will be out at 6 PM on Monday, so I'm pretty sure he's still available at that point. That goal return is just hard to beat. I did have Future Stars loading, and I was using Kunde, but I got rid of Future Stars loading in the Ibo SBC because he's going to be my center back basically until the end of the season. But just wanted to highlight those players, guys. I know there's always questions. I'm going to have to remove Lopez from my team real quick, and we're just going to throw in a normal goalkeeper. Any will do, otherwise I can't get into the custom tactics section, so I'm Paul Lopez for now. So guys, 4-2-3-1-2. Just before I show the tactics real quick, I know this one, I think people just freeze, screenshot, take the tactics and run. The game in the minute is very 5 back meta. Specifically 5-3-2. If you're after those sort of videos, I have a 4-2-1-2 custom tactics video, which is my preference, and also a 5-3-2. A lot of people have this misconception that the 5 at the back is defensive. A lot of people do play it defensive. A lot of people play it in the way the pros would do it. They're like really trying to shut out games and just like basically stop anything getting through to their through on goal. So that can be annoying to play against. That is very defensive, and it's not toxic, but it's just annoying to play against. The 2 variations I have are a bit more attacking, specifically the 5-2-1-2, and the wing backs get involved a lot. That cam works fantastic. It's much better having that cam rather than having 3 center mids. So this formation, we came into this video and I wanted to get a formation. The one was a bit more unique. I know 4-2-3-1 is common, but the wide variant's not really used that much, and I was trying to figure out what would maybe work against the 5 back formations, give alternatives, and this worked fantastic for me. I only had time to play to gold 3 this week. I went 14-3. I ran it and did 1 rivals for a bit as well. It worked very, very well. Sometimes in champs I'll get to like 10 wins and feel like I need to change formation from what I'm testing, but I stuck with this and it did bits for me, to be honest, man. It's one I could use going forward. So we had a balanced defense style. This has become the norm for me now. I think press after possession loss and press on heavy touch are somewhat viable, but only when you run 5 at the back formations right now. If you run 4 at the back, it just means you're going to get hit with mad through balls by these 5 back players. So play balanced, 6 width, 6 depth. Nothing too crazy, but the depth just gives you that enough. You're up the pitch enough to be able to offer your defensive mids and your wide players a bit of support when needed. We're playing long ball. This is mainly because we have wide players. I think long ball can work whenever you're put on the central formation, but it's better when you have wide players because they'll bomb into that space behind. And we've kept 6 widths again. You know, these days I like to keep the width and on both offense and defense the same, and the players in the box is 6 with the standard corners and free kicks being on 3 that we've started to run as the norm these days. So that's how we line up in game. I use the or freeze card as a box to box secondary CDM. Neymar's playing wide. I know a lot of people like him playing centrally, but how I've set up the tactics you'll see right now. Ney out wide was doing bits for me, and then Bamba just moves over to the right mid spot because he's got he's right footed. He's 4-star. So keep it real quick. Balanced. Didn't touch this. I think for the back, with the amount the 3 balls are and how good chips are this year, you don't really want to run a sweeper keeper on a 4 back formation. I think 5 back is more viable. Just a slight difference, but I did notice that. So balanced. Center backs, as you can expect, are going to be stay back while attacking all normal. The right back and the left backs is where it gets a bit different compared to what I normally do. So the right back here is fully balanced now. I'm a fan of having them balanced and not stay back, but he's on fully balanced on the right hand side. But on the left hand side, we have overlap on. So both fullbacks balanced, 1 overlap. And this was just purely to give a bit of difference when going attacking. If you have both fullbacks and join the attack and overlap, it becomes very, very obvious what you're going to do every single time. They're going to make that wide run, and that's about it. Golovin would cut inside for me. He'd make that, you can see that space between Awar and Bamba. He'd kind of like try and penetrate that space, whereas Kuna was going to constantly overlap on Neymar, and it just gave me, I was consistently knowing what was happening on each side of the pitch, but it maybe take till like half time for the other players to sort of pick up on it. Now we look at Bruno, our main central defensive midfielder. I always prefer having them on the left side, it's personal preference. Your main central defensive midfielder in this case is going to be on man mark, stay back, and cover centre. Man mark is vital right now for central defensive mids, in my opinion, and what I can try and explain, it makes it even better when you're playing those people who run 5-3-2. Nothing against people running 5-3-2, but it has limited attacking options, and whenever you have Guimaraes on, you basically have 8 defensive players and 2 attacking in the 5-3-2. When Bruno goes on man mark, he's taking out one of those players, or maybe one of those centre mids that's going to be getting forward. He just eliminates them from the game, so it helps so much in the defensive side of things. And I'm just a fan of Bruno in general because he can't get forward when you need, or plays just stay back and balanced everywhere else on the defensive side of things. He's a high medium player. I manually pull him forward quite a lot, or manually call him forward with L on tap. So he just he's a fantastic box to box. But those two together work really well. Remember, man mark on the defensive, your main defensive player, is key. Now your right mid and your left mid, similar to the right back and left back, is where the tactics change slightly. So the right mid is come back on the fence and cut inside, and your left mid is going to be stay forward and get in behind. And this I've kind of hit the stage where I think it's good to have each side of the pitch doing something slightly different, just to, one, you can get familiar with it and then it becomes normal for you. You expect those sort of positions in the runs, but every single player you come across, you're going to become more familiar with it. But you're going to be playing a different player every time. They're not going to expect that your right mid and your left mid are going to be playing different. Most people run the 4-2-3-1 and all cams do the exact same thing, or the 5-3-2, and you know the fullbacks are going to get forward. But whenever you have this with your fullbacks attacking slightly differently when they actually do get involved, and then you have your wide man, I mean Bamba constantly, he will always come back and help defend. He's high. I wanted him to do that rather than Neymar. But it comes to the cut inside on the right hand side was so good for me, because you have a Kuna overlapping on the left hand side. Your left hand side will naturally be how you attack a lot of the times, with Neymar on stay forward and getting behind. But it means Bamba's going to make that like cut inside on the attack, cut through the gap, and sort of get in between the lines for you. So it just worked wonders. Dembele, this is Moussa Dembele. He's playing the cam role, and he's just on getting the box. His passing isn't the greatest, but we'll say he almost plays more like a centre forward than a cam. Obviously he's dropping back and not having to stay forward or anything, so he does drop back a considerable amount, but I didn't find the passing to be an issue. A lot of it was like tiki-taka, quick passing, and he has good enough stats to get off of that, and then he'll make the darting run in behind. And then Jonathan David, oh man, this guy was fantastic once I brought him into the team. He's on stay forward, stay central, get him behind. This is what you want your striker on. You just want him to be getting forward and banging in goals for fun. I wish I was recording, because some of the goals David scored, man, were insane. He was scoring volleys from each foot outside the box. He has 91 acceleration and 96 sprint speed. I had a finisher on him. I'm going to test a Hunter this week. Might have a player review up. We don't know, guys. But he just was a beast. There's 20 aggression. It's basically the only downside on the card, but it is what it is. But that is the tactics, guys. I think this formation worked wonders for me, specifically against the people running 5-3-2. That's all I can say, and I played that a bloody lot. Played a couple people playing the one formation that probably caused me the most problems with this was the 4-2-2, and that could be down to the player. I only played against them once. That could have been the player just outplaying me that a little bit. But I found the 4-2-2 was harder to break down on in this formation. Every other formation I played, this was bliss. The defense, like how it was working was fantastic with both Bruno and or on like a double pivot, and then attacking wise, you still had plenty of people getting forward for you because the fullbacks are attacking, and you have like almost an offset triangle with Dembele, David, and Neymar, with Bamba dropping back on defense. So that's that, guys. Let me know how you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments below. Was it good? Did I talk too much? Let me know if you use the tactics, if you get on well in rivals with it, what you get in Recon League with it, all that good stuff. We're actually going to get some midweek uploads out this week. Schedule's a bit cleared. It's mainly just starting to tear through uni work and grad job applications, so you'll have some squad building and possibly a player review on David, like I said, if that's something people are going to be interested in. I know his price is slowly dropping. I bought him for 149k on Xbox, so he's becoming a more affordable and great striking option in Liga 1, and he also links to Davies. So that's if you're going for Bundesliga and Liga 1 hybrid, that is kind of a big thing. So that's me for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, big thumbs up on the video, let me know. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Help me on the content journey, and let's go. Hopefully you can rock these tactics, beat some of those 5-3-2 players, and get your ranks up in champs. See you next video, guys. Goodbye. Thank you.